Have we ever really thought about where all our hopes and dreams come from? Seriously, this deep feeling of searching for meaning in life, this inner need for a strong anchor, where does it actually originate? Many of us, in tough times, instinctively look for a higher power, a force to lean on. What do you think this innate feeling points to? Is this search not proof of a transcendent truth? A truth that connects us to God. Maybe it's happened to us that we've met people who seem to have no dreams left in their lives, experiencing a deep emptiness. Folks who say working doesn't mean anything to them anymore, and they're just waiting to pass the days and reach retirement. This lack of motivation and purpose, it shows an inner void, a need that seems unanswered. And when they get older and we ask them about the meaning of their lives, they often can't give a firm, clear answer. They might even get annoyed because it's like we've opened a wound they've tried to ignore for years. These people, maybe unconsciously, have lost that deep connection to the source of existence, a connection that can give life meaning. We remember how many big dreams we had as kids, how hopeful we were for the future. But for many, as time passes and they face life's hardships, that initial spark fades, replaced by a sense of indifference or maybe even despair. When we ask them what makes them happy now, they don't have a good answer. This shows that something's off. Humans are inherently looking for meaning, for a reason to exist. If they don't find that meaning, sooner or later, they'll fall into emptiness. This search for meaning, in reality, is a search for God, even if we don't realize it ourselves. If we can't choose a long-term goal and a deep meaning for our lives and build our lives upon it, we can easily get lost in the daily grind and lose that feeling of connection to something bigger. Let's take a look at history. Even though human intellect has seemingly progressed over time, we've still witnessed and are witnessing countless atrocities and foolish acts. This shows that mere intellect and logic aren't enough to achieve a prosperous life. It's like something beyond material calculations is necessary for the peace of the human soul. It seems that if this amazing order of the universe, all this harmony and complexity, doesn't have a creator, if we can't find a convincing explanation for all this wonder, we'll end up with a kind of mental chaos and ultimately conflict and strife among people. When we don't have a strong spiritual anchor, when we don't know the root and true purpose of life, how can we expect to achieve peace with each other? This anchor is God, the very truth that gives life meaning. Work, life, enduring hardships. What should we humans put our hearts into? What hope should we hold on to so that we don't feel empty in every moment of this challenging world and move forward with motivation? If we don't have a divine path and principles to follow, we'll have to wait for scientists to try and error their way to finding meaning for our behaviors and actions. But the problem is, not all humans are at the same intellectual and knowledge level to understand complex philosophical arguments. Many are caught up in their daily lives and don't have time for these abstract discussions. We live in an age of technology and communication, but we still witness many wars and conflicts. If we look deeper, we see that only the form and methods of these conflicts have changed. Their essence, however, is still violence and slaughter. Why, despite all this progress, haven't we been able to achieve lasting peace? Maybe it's because we've drifted away from the core essence of existence, from that transcendent force that can give life meaning, which is God. If we can't find a common, unified understanding of existence, of God, and of the true meaning of humanity, we'll definitely consider each other enemies for various reasons, and under the guise of racism, territorial expansion, and many other things, we'll threaten each other's lives. We've seen examples of these atrocities many times throughout history. This shows that without a connection to a truth beyond this material world, a connection to God, true peace and tranquility are unattainable. My goal for this channel is to talk about God and see if, by sharing our knowledge in this technological world, we can reach a deeper understanding of this transcendent truth and find a path to prosperity and happiness. What do you think? Isn't this innate search for that safe anchor and connection with the creator of existence the key to escaping this feeling of emptiness and achieving a more meaningful life? I'd love for you to share your thoughts with me.